Starting to the top left of a kill-on for the Prime team, the Marine Prince.
Maru Prime.
1-0 in the group. Took out Ruin early on. Going a little bit for the Darth Vader style here. Playing all Assassin's Creed on us. And to the bottom right, his opponent, the Leenock with a 1-0 after defeating DRG.
FXO Leenock.
Funny thing about the two of them meeting in the up and downs is that this could have been the match in the third round of Korea. They found themselves in the same bracket, but Maru lost in the second round against Byung, who then advanced to defeat Leenock in the third round. So both of them lost at the hands of the same player.
Yeah, that's kind of ironic. Definitely gets a little bit, you have some shared history in that sense. Leenock gets a very quick scout here. Wants to make sure he's not being 11-11 because this is a great map for that. He doesn't know yet, actually, that he's not being.
With the Harvest account that we have, I feel he knows. So he was probably looking at the LCV count and realizing that there were... Oh, he's going for the pool first.
Yeah, after scouting this, a little bit weird. It's like
No. He sees that there's a command center first going to happen. I feel that he's just going to play super aggressive with this now. Actually building it on the low ground as well, not even building it on the high ground.
Yeah, that was actually a mistake by Leenock to allow that to happen, but he's still going to harass here. And he may have actually allowed it on purpose if he's going to try to be aggressive. We'll see.
I could have seen him go for a quick gas too, which he doesn't get. He goes into a pool, into hatch.
May just play straight up after this, but a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Not what you would expect.
I really want to see what he does here, because I cannot see him actually assuming that there was a double barracks with all the SCVs that we had in the main base. A player of his caliber will immediately have a look at how many harvesters there are and realize, okay, there are way too many SCVs in the main base. There is no way you are going for an 11-11. This is a command center first that you are using here. So I feel that him going into the pool first, that has to mean aggression.
Well, he sends only 4 Lings out. 4 Lings can still kill an SCV or two and force some lost mine time, especially since he's damaged so much, but Maru sees it. He needs to start a bunker as soon as that barracks is done. He killed the SCV building in the command center.
Yeah, and he is actually attacking the second one right now. This will force additional SCVs off the mineral line in Maru's main base.
This is going to be just a nice little pressure move here by Leenock. You should be able to get something done here.
Super Drone has to be careful, though.
Yep, great micro. Orbital started, but the Lings are here, and there's not going to be any mining going on for a while. He may even kill that first Marine. Nope. Nice rally.
I mean, I really don't get this build. Okay, here comes the gas now.
Just going to harass a little bit here, I guess. And he did delay mining and did kill 1 Harvester.
He's getting the gas now, and he gets additional queens too. So at this point, he doesn't really know what's going on in the main base. He's getting his overlords in position. We have him just droning up behind this. I really think he just misread the opening.
It's possible. Well, Maru is not going to be able to get in there and see what he wants to know. He wants to know how much gas has been mined. Unfortunately, gets denied by that queen. Good attempt, though. And you can see Maru just a little bit affected by this opening. We'll probably start a third command center in any moment now with his first Hellions coming out.
I seriously cannot believe that Leenock misread this. If you go for an 11-11, there are so few SCVs in your main base because you pull 2 of them and you're already at a low harvester count to begin with. And Leenock having the early scout, he should have realized immediately what's going on here. When I saw that pool, I really thought that at the same time he would start to drop his gas, that he wants to be super aggressive, that he's banking a little bit his hopes on Maru not scouting and then going maybe even for a Baneling attack, or even one base Roach can be really successful against this if you gamble that much.
Or Speedling pressure, you know, just fast, only Speedlings, make sure you lift that command center.
The other reaction would have been going straight into the hatch and then maybe even had at the double hatch before pool, or just go for a really, really greedy build on his own. But this plays that we see right now, this is Leenock really misreading the opening of Maru, thinking that there is an early, that there might be a double barracks, going into the pool as a safety measure, and then falling behind because the economy for Maru is so much better.
Well, he does have the Roachborn going down now, and he saw the third command center with his Overlord, so he's reacting here.
He's going to be aggressive here, yes, but that's not really the, you know, that's a build that he's executing right now. But the problem that Maru has is that Maru is playing way too greedy at this point with the double engineering bay and everything. He doesn't do anything against this. But if he would have not played this greedy, he would be safe against any kind of aggression at this timing.
Yeah, for sure.
With a You can do that, but the problem really is that Maru is playing so greedy that it just blows my brains out.
Well, he's now trying to put a little bit of pressure on with his Hellions. Leenock, you know, with these Roaches, of course, can be totally fine against the Hellions, and we'll put on actual pressure with this. It is going to be scouted by the Hellions, though, so he's going to, I mean, he's committing heavily to the Roaches now, going up to 12.
2 Widow Mines are not going to stop this. Not even 4 Widow Mines are going to stop this. He needs bunkers, he needs Marauders, he doesn't have a siege tank. There comes the scan, but he's already moving out. +1/+1 will not be done, neither will be Stim. He actually cancelled Stim.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure why. Oh, because he had to move his barracks. And he needed the tech lab to start his
He's getting the siege tank now. He's getting the siege tank now. He knows what's coming, but the siege tank might already be a little bit too late. Maru had a great opening here, but he is overextending his luck a little bit. He's really playing super greedy. Might be able to pull this off after all, but he needs a little bit of a miracle. He needs that siege tank.
Yeah, he needs a siege tank. He's about to have it, but not quite yet. So many harvesters going down already. And that bunker's not going to last too much longer since now all the SCVs are gone.
The command center! Okay, he lifts it, he realizes it, but most of the SCVs are already gone, the low gone, now he takes on the Marines. The siege tank is there, but he can still just walk up that ramp and bust through.
Yeah, with the second bunker at the top of the ramp, I don't think he will. He's just going to hang out here and make a concave at the bottom of the ramp with his Roaches.
He can just wait and delay his opponent's mining.
Yep, I think that's exactly what we'll see.
Look at the supply difference already. That's a 40 supply difference. We have now Burrow coming up.
He wants to bait the command center land. He can actually snipe it potentially. Nope. A good lift there, but he baits the SCVs down. So now Maru's in a really awkward spot where he's trying to repair here. And
his mules are not doing anything. He just called down 3 of them, and he's losing so much mining time with the mules, which is horrible at this position.
Great bait there by Leenock, just running away and then coming back. And Maru is now stuck with, you know, up the river without a canoe.
I don't think Maru realized how far ahead he was after the build, how the build went down.
Siege tank is a little bit exposed here. Could target it down. He's trying to break up the ramp.
Yeah, he doesn't have high ground vision though. He can't attack the second tank. But he can still deny mining time at the natural, and that's all that he wants to do. He's already halfway done with his Spire. He has the Burrow upgrade that he can then use. Losing a little bit too many Roaches there, but still.
But just look at the supply. I mean, he's done such a good trade here.
Let's talk a little bit about what works in Maru's favor. Maru is on 3 CCs now, and he has +1/+1. Already starting the second attack upgrade. His stim is a bit delayed, so is his combat shield. Both of them are now being researched. It's all coming down to how well he is able to defend against the first wave of Mutalisks.
Yeah, exactly. And then once he does that, if he can do that, the amount of aggression that he puts on and whether or not Leenock can stop it while he's down in upgrades. He has a very quick baneling speed coming out here. Nice Burrowling here, which Maru does not realize just yet. He's looking for Overlords, but that's not going to be the problem.
For Maru, dropping the scan now at the third base is going to be such a pain in the ass. The guy dropped 3 mules that didn't do anything early on. That's so much energy already. And yes, he's on 3 CCs, but that's all things that you need early on. There's the scan once again, baited out by Ling. That is so worth it for Leenock. And the Zerg is going into the 4th base now, adding all those upgrades.
He's going to force a lift and do it again. He's got the Lizlings coming over here. He shows them, though, to the Marine. He may still be able to get it, though.
Yeah, Siege Tank getting a shot off, but that's all that Siege Tank is going to do here. Good position.
He's just going to burrow right underneath there once more.
Yeah.
Well, the Marines come down. He has just enough.
Yeah, he's repairing. He knows, of course, of the risk. As soon as he lifts, there would be a burrow, and here it is. There's the scan, baiting it out. He knows that he would lose those Zerglings eventually, so...
Yeah. Here comes the first wave of Mutas. The Marines are out of position, though. Leenock drew all those Marines to the left side.
Leenock has a lot of minerals. He's lacking gas. This is why we only have so few minerals on the map so far. But he's going into the main base right now, and he can pick off a few of the Marines and also the SCVs. There are no missile turrets just yet.
Yeah. A few Widow Mines on the way now as well, but so many SCVs are going to die here. It looks like probably about 5 or 6, maybe even more.
He's taking a few down, and he only has 5 Mutalisks, so in this situation, this is a really good trade that he can get. Loses 1 Mutalisk though, that's a bit unfortunate, but he baits so many stims, and there is not a single Medivac Wolf.
Yeah, more and more SCVs go down here, and so many of the SCVs are in the red now.
The best feeling in the world that exists for a Zerg player is if you can bait out stim after stim, then your opponent doesn't have Medivacs, and you can roll in with an army.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, I think it's second to just having a huge Baneling trap laid somewhere.
Yeah, I was actually going to say that exact thing.
And
are you sure that's the best thing?
No, it feels pretty awesome.
Yeah. It does feel awesome.
Maru's upgrades, that is the only thing that really works for him.
Zergling wants to be a Widow Mine when he grows up.
Oh, I wish my Zerglings could move into, could morph into Widow Mines. Oh, I would love that. Oh God, Blizzard, please make it happen. Think about that, you have like 50 Widow Mines in front of your base.
Yeah, that would be pretty nuts. I mean, you know, this position for Leenock is great. He has the vision of the army, so knows exactly where it is with that Burrowed Zergling. And he's just able to transition to a 4th base very quickly. Continues upgrades. Maru ahead, though, in the upgrades.
Leenock is just in such an amazing spot now. He can go into a Hive very soon if he wants to. He could drop a 5th base, and even there is not even drop play. He's going in with the Mutalisk, just sniping, trying to bait another stim out. The 3-3 upgrades, that's really the thing that could come through for Maru here. That is his lifeline, the advantage that he has there. He's a whole set of upgrades ahead of his opponent, but just the sheer army supply is so much in favor of Leenock. But still.
Yeah. I mean, Maru has to just make sure he covers his bases literally for a little bit longer here and get a 4th base. And then when 3-3 is done, even if his 4th isn't ready, he has to start putting some pressure on. And that's the onus is on Leenock at that time to be the defender. If he can hold here with his investors he's got coming out and going into Hive Tech, then he'll be gold.
And there's the Hive Tech coming up. Well, with the Infestation Pit at least he's preparing for it so that he can go into 3-3-2. And now he has another attack just manned up. He's maxed out in supply and he wants to trade here. If he can trade kind of cost efficiently with his opponent, or just even trades, will help him because he has the better economy.
Yeah. He wants to fight on creep, not off creep. He decides to go in here for a second, though. I'm not sure about this one, Leenock.
Yeah, really good split by Maru. And, oh, he's walking on top of the Banelings, even though he scanned them, but he realized that there was just a misclick. Moves back right away.
And Leenock, still, you know, with that bank remaxes instantly, but that was a much better trade for Maru in that fight. And 3-3, almost ready, so is the upgrade for the Widow Mines.
Maru is trying to move out, but Leenock immediately moving in, trying to punish him for it, trying to roll in with the Banelings. The splits for Maru are non-existent at this point. He's struggling, the Zerglings now in his natural and heading into the main base, while the Mutalisks are taking everything apart at the 3rd.
Yeah, Maru is caught with his pants down here. There are lings in every part of him right now, and the Mutalisks need to get out of here, but they've already forced the SCVs offline, killed a lot of them at that. And
did he just nearly kill his own command center at the 3rd?
Yeah, almost.
He attacked it for a second and just barely missed to kill it.
Yeah, he had to repair hardcore after that.
Lings now in the main base too. They're burrowed, and now we have the 1 drop that Maru managed to send over to the bottom right, immediately being taken out. His upgrades are finishing, but there is just too much pressure at this point. Leenock is building a bank that he can use at any point in the game, and Lings are everywhere. How many harvests did he kill over the course of this game?
I think he's killed over 50, 54. This army is trapped in here, though. That's why Leenock's attacking those rocks right now. Looks like Maru wants to get out, on the other hand, and bait him into the Widow Mines.
The Widow Mine bait there is good, and once again, units moving in. Widow Mines being burrowed here, and he could go for...
The Widow Mine doing so much damage to those greens, and he breaks out. Here we go!
Oh, Leenock, what? Oh my
God.
hesitating
a lot here, but still getting a lot of damage done at the same time. He's made out so many stims. He needs to get the mutas out! He needs to get the mutas out!
He loses a lot here, but just look at this.
There's a Baneling there! He doesn't realize... Oh my God, he could have killed every single one of those red Marines with that one Baneling.
Yeah, he could have done that earlier too, but now it's just about the bank here. He's just rebuilding his army right away. He had 3,000 minerals. We're going into the Ultralisk Cavern +3/+3, the 3rd attack upgrade also for the Mutalisks.
Don't forget the Investors too coming out.
Yeah, Leenock could have ended the game with that Widow Mines, with the Banelings that he burrowed there. He could have taken out the entire army of Maru. As it is, the Leenock plays a little bit with his food, but I don't think that Maru has a chance in this match anymore.
He's got this one attack coming out. That's what he's banking everything on.
Yeah. He lost his Widow Mines, most of them now.
Yep, he only has a few more. 7 of them left. Not as many as you'd like to have. And here comes Leenock on creep, rolling through.
7 Widow Mines are left. That's all there is to it. And Medivacs are going down. The Widow Mines do what they can, but Maru is down to 58 supply. Yep. This is game.
This certainly is. Boosting away with those Medivacs desperately. The last of the Widow Mines fall here, and even the Investors are ready to fight.
Maru just being too greedy at the beginning, and Leenock, even though he gets a really bad start into the match, just took a lead after his successful Speedling Roach attack. Maru trying to save it, but Leenock was just too strong.
GG. Leenock takes the 2-0 lead in the group.
A very weird game. Seriously, this opening for Leenock was horrible. He completely misread what Maru was doing. Thought there was a double barrack somewhere on the map and went into the pool first. Then realized his mistake and started to just drone up behind it. Went for an attack. And if Maru wouldn't have played this greedy, he should have easily been able to defend against it and get a great position in the match. He went into 3-3C. And then he, instead of getting like the Widow Mines out a little bit faster, getting maybe one siege tank, he dropped a double engineering bay, went into double upgrades, even got the stim as fast as possible, didn't even have a factory at his tech lab. That was you can't go for a greedier opening than Maru in this match.
He went for the greediest possible opening. I mean, he's learning from the best Marine King, the greediest player on the planet.
That's true. That's definitely true.
You know, I liked Leenock's transition. I liked his 4 Zergling pressure. You know, after he realized, oh, well, okay, this is what's going on. He played the 4 Zerglings, you know, harassed a little bit, denied some mining.
It was a huge mistake.
Absolutely.
That was a massive mistake by Leenock. Maru, I think Maru probably didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Did he get that SCV in the main base?
He didn't get it in there. The Queen stopped him. Well, he got in, he saw the creep, but he didn't see like anything.
He saw the natural, and I feel seeing the natural, he should have realized that this hatch was so late. Maybe, you know, even if he realized that the hatch was this late, what is the first thing that pops into your head when you see that there's a late hatch for the Zerg player? You immediately think, oh my god, he has gas in the main base, and he's going for some kind of all-in strategy. And then Maru is like, nah, I don't care, double engineering bay, double upgrades, here you go, I don't need any defense.
No Widow Mines, nothing.
Yeah, that was... Leenock going for a speedling and roach attack, Maru playing too greedy after being ahead in the game. That's kind of the story of this match, and then Leenock making no mistakes, transitioning. Maru put up a fight, but Leenock was too far ahead.
Ruin did secure his match against Bunny, putting him on 1-1. So for him, if he takes this match, he gets a decent spot in the group, whereas DRG, if he loses this, is completely out. This is his last chance, and even if he wins it, he's not necessarily you know, in a safe spot. He still has to hope for other occurrences.
Yeah, DRG, he has to take this game. There's no way around it. If DRG loses here, he is out. He's in Code A, won't advance. Ruin is all smiles now after defeating Bunny.
This is the first of many steps DRG has to not only take, but also hope other players are going to take for him to get out of this group.
DRG has 2 matches left, and he needs to win both of them. He needs to win against Ruin, and he needs to win against Maru. That's the only chance that he has in this group. We are heading into the game. The final boss will be the first victim once again. DRG up against Ruin at the GSL up and downs. Column.